Hello and welcome back to the channel. I have gotten a lot of questions about how I dress for the elements, and I do walk pretty much every single day of the year, no matter what the weather is. And I've had a lot of people ask me, like, how do you go out in the rain or the cold or the heat or whatever it may be? And so I wanted to take a moment to make this video and talk about that. So I'm going to address this in sort of a head to toe fashion so that I don't forget anything. And I will talk about all the seasons, but right now while I'm filming this, we are in winter. However, I do live in Southern California. It's not extreme winter like a lot of people are dealing with, but I will say that I am at a stage in my life now that I'm older where I deal with cold much better than I deal with heat. So it does get hot here in the summer. That's sort of the bigger issue for me. And the coldest day I have gone out so far this winter has been 43 degrees. So let's get started. First things first is the head. I'm almost always wearing some sort of hat. For most of the year, I am wearing this visor. It doesn't connect in the back. It just slips on. It's comfortable. It's easy. And it's like this. I always say it blocks the sun because the sun is still rising while I'm walking. It does get in my face. It does make it hard to see. So it blocks the sun. It blocks wind because we do get a lot of wind where I live. And it can block light misting. And in the springtime, especially when there's those big groups of gnats, I will dip it down and it will block the gnats and keep them out of my face. The one downside is when it is really, really windy, this will blow right off my head very quickly and easily. I've almost lost it many times. So when it's really windy, I use a different visor. This visor is not as comfortable for me, but it does hook in the back. So it's not as comfortable. It's not as easy to put on, but it is more secure in the back. And if the wind does catch it and take it, it's usually still caught in my hair and I can grab it right there instead of blowing down the street and gone. Okay, so next, let's talk about if it's moist. We do tend to get a lot of heavy fog in the mornings. That is moisture in the air. And I don't know if it's all curly girls or if it's just me, but my hair is like a sponge and it will soak up the moisture in the air. By the time I get home walking in the fog, my hair is soaking wet and I have to blow dry it all over again, which I do not appreciate. So here's how I handle fog. If you're a curly girl, you've probably heard of putting your hair in a pineapple. That's what we call it. It just goes up on the top of your head. I will demonstrate. This is a pineapple. Curly girls love this because you can put your hair in this pineapple. You can leave it there for hours. And when you take it down, it has not affected your hair. You know, if you put it in a ponytail or a bun and you take it down, a lot of times there's like little crimp marks or it has affected your curl pattern somewhere. This won't do that. You can take, when you take it down from the pineapple, it's perfect. So I do not walk around with my hair up in this pineapple, but I will show you what I do. I originally bought this hat for sun when I was out in the sun for a lot of hours. It has a really nice cover for the back of your neck, which most hats don't have. And it has a little hole for a ponytail if you need it. But I noticed that this hat said it was waterproof. So this is what I wear to protect my hair from the fog. Now, I go one step further if it's actually raining. Yes, I do still go out when it rains. We've had quite a bit of rain this year, and I do like this chin strap in case it's windy. It will keep it on my head. Even though this hat said it was waterproof, I can tell you that it does protect my hair from the moisture of the fog, but it does not protect me from rain. This will be soaking wet if I wear it out in the rain. So this is a disposable shower cap. I prefer disposable just because they're much thinner and lighter. I put it over the pineapple. and then I put the hat on, and the hat will get wet in the rain, but my hair will stay dry. I have one more hat that I almost forgot to share with you. This is actually just a hood, and I got this for on the mornings when it is really, really cold, like 43 degrees. It could potentially be less. I have lived here for 20 years, and there have been mornings here where it's like 29 degrees and in the 30s. So I could potentially be out in much colder than 43 degrees at times. So I wore this once this winter because it was really windy and it was a really cold wind. And so what gets me the most is like my ears and my nose, and this was perfect for this. But I did wear it with my visor. Okay, so this is just a hood that you could add on anywhere, any outfit. It does cover the ears. I like to keep it with the visor to still block the sun from my line of sight. And you can pull this up and protect your nose and your mouth. So, like I said, where I live, I don't use this very much, but it's a nice option to have in case it does get extra cold, especially for the nose and the ears. Okay, so that covers all the head items, all the hats, all the head coverings, all of that. Let's move on to this upper shirt area, if you will. So I'm in Southern California. Most days of the year, I'm in a short sleeve shirt like this. And occasionally it's going to be colder and I'll wear a long sleeve shirt typically. But most days I'm in a short sleeve shirt. In this winter time, if it's below 60 degrees, and this is the kind of thing that's going to vary from person to person, we all have a different tolerance level of temperatures. But for me, if it's below 60 degrees, I'm going to add something over my shirt that I'm wearing for the rest of the day. I will say that I'm in a phase of my life where I really like to wear natural fibers, and it's hard to do in women's clothing. I'm working on it as best I can, little by little, doing more and more. So these t-shirts are the easiest way to find 100% cotton. I will say the one time of year that I don't mind synthetic fibers is winter, because synthetic fibers don't breathe and they make you very, very hot. They hold your body heat in, and that's kind of okay when it's cold outside. So yes, I bought this years ago. Everything that I have gotten on Amazon or is still available on Amazon, I will put links below. A few of these items are not. This one I bought many years ago to wear if I went to the snow. I do live in an area where it doesn't snow, but we've got desert nearby, we've got mountains with snow nearby, we've got the beach nearby. So we have access to all these beautiful different types of places, and going to the snow is often a fun thing to do. And so I do have like a set of snow clothes, and this is part of it. So it's now getting used quite often because if it's below 60 degrees, I'm going to wear this. So this is 97% polyester, 3% spandex. It just pulls over. There's no pockets. It does zip all the way up if you want to. It does have the little hooks on the hands, which is really nice when I'm pulling a coat over so that it's not going up my arms. It's also nice if I'm adding on gloves. I never zip this thing up, but you can if you're in a much colder area than I am. I will add gloves if it's below 50 degrees typically. Sometimes if it's like 51, 52 and it's a little bit windy, sometimes after I've been out for a while, because I usually walk for an hour or more, sometimes my hands will start to get a little cold and I'll just put the gloves on for a little while. So if it's just temperature, cold, there's no fog, there's no chance of rain, this is the jacket I grab the most often. This is from the North Face. This was a Christmas gift many years ago, but it is 100% polyester, but it's very soft and cushy. It's like wearing a blanket. And so I will put this over. And I do like having pockets. I do carry always my phone, my keys, and pepper spray. So this is the most grabbed jacket. Although this time of year, because of There's been a lot of rain this year, a lot of moisture in the air. I'm wearing a different jacket, and I'll show you that. So I put on my camera harness with my camera to show you the beauty of this jacket. This is actually a windbreaker. It's a very oversized windbreaker. My husband actually won this at an auction. He's in the car business, and he didn't need it, and he asked me if I needed it. This was quite a ways in the past, and I went ahead and took it because I didn't have a windbreaker. It does get really windy here. I thought I might need it sometime. It's actually really large for me. I think it's a men's large, but it serves its purpose really well, and I will show you. So it will block wind, it will block rain, and if there's any chance of rain, this is the jacket I'm going to wear. And if it starts to rain, I can zip it up and cover my camera and protect my camera from the rain. Yes, it looks a bit suspicious, I'm sure, but most of the people in my neighborhood know me and they know I'm out photographing birds in nature. So I don't think it's a big deal. If anyone asks me, all I got to do is pull it down and show them that it's just a camera. Okay, then let's talk pants. For most of the year, I am wearing these pants. They are 50% cotton and 50% linen, which both are natural fibers. They're really nice. They're breathable, very comfy, and this is what I wear when I'm out walking for most of the year. I'm backing up to show you these pants. These are yoga pants. They are bootleg yoga pants. I like bootleg. These are 100% polyester, and the only time of year that I wear these is wintertime because I appreciate that they keep me warm. The rest of the year, I will just roast in these and be way too hot, but they're perfect for winter. So this is typically what I'm wearing in the winter. And in the summertime, I am wearing shorts. I like biker shorts because they cling to your body. They're not riding up and moving around where you have to like keep adjusting them while you're out walking. So I love that. These are 97% cotton and 3% spandex. So I love these because I used to buy them in all these synthetic materials and they just drove me crazy. I don't like the way they feel. They made me really hot, especially it's summer. It's already hot. I don't need to be hotter. So I love these and I will definitely link these down below. As far as tops go in the summer, it just depends what time I'm going out, how the temperature is. Most of the time I'm going out so early that it's a little bit chilly and I'm still wearing like a normal t-shirt and even that blue jacket over. And I do stick with those two jackets because they are the ones I have that are the easiest to tie around my waist. They have good pockets too. So they need to have good pockets because I have to carry my phone, my keys, and my pepper spray. And then I need them to tie around my waist because anytime I do get too hot, I'm going to take it off and tie it around my waist. I have a lot of like coats and jackets that are just stiff or bulky or really thick and they don't tie around the waist well. So those two do, and that's the main reason I stick with those two jackets. So I think we have covered everything head to toe except for shoes. Two pairs of shoes that I will wear when I'm out walking. Most of the year, I am in my Skechers slip-ins. I absolutely love these. These are probably my most favorite tennis shoes I've ever had. I've never been a big tennis shoe person, and most of the time they're just annoying me. These are really great. I love that I can just step in them and slip them on, and I love that they're comfy. I have had no foot pain or any kind of issues with these. These are men's. I know my size in men's shoes and it's just so much easier. They just fit nicer. So if you're a woman and you're looking for these, I got them in the men's department. So, but I love them. And then more recently, it's been raining, and I went out in the actual rain, like when it was not like right after it had rained, but while it was actually raining. And I came back with my feet soaking wet. So I went ahead this winter and invested in a pair of rain boots. They're not expensive because I'm not going to wear them very often, but I have tried them out. They are very comfortable. My feet don't hurt. They are very slip resistant on the ground and definitely waterproof. These are fantastic. So I will definitely link these down below in the description box because I just got them. And that's really it. That's like a year round what I wear to deal with the elements. Where I live, we really have like 3 seasons. So there's cold in the winter, there's the heat of the summer, and then spring and autumn are just kind of like a middle It just depends. It depends a lot. They can vary a lot. It can be cold, it can be kind of warm, like, but not hot. It just depends on the day and what time I actually go out. And one of the hardest things with looking for birds is timing, because as the birds move their schedules with the season, and so I have to be more flexible. I'm a very routine person. I want to get up at this time and do this and that and go out walking at this time, and I have to be more flexible. And there are some mornings as seasons are shifting where it's like I missed the birds. I didn't get very many birds, but there is a time when I go out where it's silent. The birds are not up yet. Then there's a time after that that I can go out where I hear them. They are awake, but they're not active yet. They're not moving around. It's like they wake up and they're sitting in their nest singing, but they're not out yet. And then there's the time where you go out and they are everywhere. They are super active. I can get lots of good pictures. And then there's the time after that where they're like done. They filled their tummies, went back home, and you're not going to get much at that point. So it's always the timing. And I have asked other people just to see how they deal with it. And they always tell me they just go out at sunrise. And for sure, at least where I live, at sunrise, they're not up yet. At sunrise, it's still silent. Shortly after sunrise, you'll hear them singing, but they're not out yet. So that's the hardest part, is getting the timing right and to keep the timing changing with the season and with the birds. So I am getting better at it, but there are still days where I missed it for whatever reason that I don't understand. So I hope this was helpful. Again, it's going to come down to each person has different temperature tolerances and that sort of thing. I'm just sharing mine and how I deal with it, but I hope this was helpful. Please give me a thumbs up if it was, and please consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and God bless you.